Hello friend, this is Rupesh and you are watching CBB Nerds video series on linked list interview questions, and this is a beginner's question, but it is really very famous question, and interviewer will definitely ask to check your knowledge on the linked lists. I have been asked this question so many times. So I know this is like very IMP question. Having said that, let's start the process. And yeah, this is iterative way. Like we'll go with a loop. We'll not go for the recursion. I'll show you the recursion way in some another video or the very next video of this one. So if this is how your linked list is looking like, we call this first node as head. Okay, so this is your head, and you will pass this head to some function, and then function is supposed to return the reversed form of this, which is going to look like this. So if you notice this is your reversed form. We have 5 pointing at 4, 4 pointing at 3, 2 and 1. So see, this is exactly reversed. This 1 is like here, 2 is here. So basically if you concentrate and notice, it's not a very big deal. You just have to make this guy point to this guy somehow. So it is pointing to this one right now. And then you just have to make this entry to point it to this guy. And this you want to point to this guy. This you want to point to this guy, and then this you want to point to this guy. That's it. And this guy would actually point to, this guy's next is going to be null. So if you see this now, and you have to make this one as your head, new head. Okay. So if you see this, now it is exactly similar to this one. So let's see quickly how we will achieve this. So in order to do this, basically you need 3 different variables. One is like your current variable, another one is previous variable, and next is next variable, so that it will be easy for you to visualize what you are doing. And initially you will initialize current as head, so that your current will point to this guy, because basically this is your current, right? You will start with this. So you will point this as your current. You will initialize this head, which is pointing at this one. You will make this as current. And next is obviously going to be this one, because if this is your current, this is going to be your next. And the previous is somewhere here. For now, it is like a null. And you have this previous here. Because if this is current, its next is going to be this one. And its previous is going to be this one, right? And this is nothing, so that we'll consider this as a null. And so for that, I will initialize initially pre as null, so that in loop, we can just simply initialize variables. Now, having said that, you have these 3 variables set. Now see, I told you, right? You have to initialize this one's next to its previous, and then you will be done. So let's start doing that. I'll erase this link and initialize null in that, because you have to initialize current as its previous, right? So it is going to be like current's next is going to be the previous. So see, this is your current's next. And yeah, you should know that this is the next position. And yeah, so this linked list structure is like this. You have integer data D, and then you have this node pointer next. Okay, so this is how your struct look like for this node. And let's make this a node here, and you have this struct. So this is the structure for this particular node. So this next pointer, you will initialize it with the previous one. So currently this previous is null, so you will make it null, and then now you will make this previous point this node, and this current will move ahead. So it is going to be like this. Your previous is going to be your current, and your current is going to be your next. And initially you would have stored this next is equal to current's next. Okay, so this was the initial state. So now how this is going to look like? Now this is previous, this is your current, and current's next is next, right? So this is your next now. And similarly, you'll do the same operation, this guy, again with this, right? So let's see, this now it will start making sense. You have this current's next will be your previous, right? So see this first statement. So you will unlink this thing, and link it to the previous. And then previous will be current. So now you'll move this previous here. So this is going to be your previous now, and this is going to be your current, and this is going to be your next. And similarly, you will unlink this. See, I'll remove this and say that currents next, which is this location, equal to previous. So you will make, you will point this one because this is your previous. So see, now 3 is pointing at 2, 2 is pointing at 1. And once you are done with this, you will say that, okay, previous become current. So now this is your previous, this is your current, and this is going to be your next. I forgot to say that next we will initialize here as currents next. Okay, then only it will keep on incrementing as a next. So currently this is the state. We have initialized this next variable as currents next. So this currents next is this one. And then we'll go and say currents next is equal to previous. So we'll unlink this and point to the backward, saying that now this is the new next for me. And once you have done that, this is going to be your current, this is going to be your previous, and as I said, your currents next is going to be your next, right? So currents next is now null. So your next is actually pointing to this particular null. So your next variable is like null, and your current is here, and this is your previous. So what you'll do, your current's next position, you will initialize this position with previous. So you're linking this one. So like this, with the help of this previous, current, and next, and with these 4 statements, you can actually traverse using a while loop. You can use for loop, no problem, and keep on checking that if your current do exist. If your current exists, then keep doing this. So now see, current was pointing at this one, and then due to this statement, the last statement, current will be next. So next is actually pointing to null. So current will become null now. We have this null here, and this while loop will break. And before that, actually we made this current as previous, right? So now this previous is pointing at this one, and we need this previous. Actually, after completing this loop, you have to initialize this previous to the head variable. Now your head will start pointing to this guy. So let me show you how this code would look like. So this is the actual code here. See, these are those 4 statements, and after completing these 4 statements, you have to initialize previous to head, and you'll return that head. So this is how it works. You call this reverse function and then pass this head. You created these 3 variables, as I said. Initialize current is equal to head because you have to start with, and then previous is your null, and next is initialized in the beginning only as currents next. Okay, so this whole setup is done. Your current is here, your next is here, and your previous is pointing at null. So this is the current setup, and then iteratively you will just keep assigning the current next as the previous and go ahead, and you're done. You have to practice this by yourself so that you can quickly remember this solution when somebody is asking you in the interview. So thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye, take care. I'll see you in the next video, which is about reversing a linked list using recursion. So that is also a very famous question, because that test the candidate with recursion, like how he tackle the recursion problems and the linked list. So that is like more hard. But if you ask which is the better solution, I would say iterative way is better solution, because in recursive, you know that you have to deal with the many stacks get created one after another, right? So stacks do take memory, whereas this is just a while loop here. You can see that, and it will be iterative way. So this is going to be cheaper. So till then, take care.